Yeah.
uncoordinated,
No, I think he did everything to lose the game. I think you saw a lot of frustrated players, from the season, allow it to seep into our play and keep us from executing. So the list goes on. Uh, uh, -4 or 100 yards and 11 penalties, two formulas that generally will equal immediate loss regardless of what you do. So, I think a game like this, I think we didn't see coming in terms of our prep. But you absolutely, with 100% certainty, have to evaluate everything. I think it goes for, no person or no player or no coach is got their hands clean, uh, and we have to go back to work and starting with me, do a better job. We have a NFL opponent and game next week that we have a lot of work to do in this meantime. This was a step back for how we play football. I thought we had growth, uh, and generally growth without results is a good thing for your team. In this case, it was not good enough, and you can go on any tangent and be at least partially right, regardless of what angle you take when you get beat like that.
every week you watch tapes, you get better at watching tapes. Doing this, going to practice, and it's kind of been a stretch here where it really hasn't paid off. How do you get it to pay off as soon as next week? Because it's
Yeah, no, three losses in this league in a row are always take its toll. You honestly get to see across the board, the people that you're working with, and we're professionals that need to do our jobs better. So you don't hold anything back. You're very clear in the team. The tape never lies. We'll have probably 20 plays that are self-inflicted wounds, and you can't even get on to beating the opponent if you beat yourself. So that's where it is, and we have um, a, a long work week ahead of us that we need to make very impactful, and I think the locker room knows that.
You said frustrated players. Is that as the game goes on, or is that?
I felt, I mean, guys have been frustrated with the season, and believe in each other a lot more than our record indicates. So, I just felt like emotional overreactions early in the first half, while being very competitive. But the four, I think there was 4 drives sustained by penalties defensively, and I could feel that building up. And then you come out the gate the second half, and you have um, a fumble on special teams, and then a one-play pick six. The guys were frustrated throughout the game, and I thought it didn't help us. It made us worse. There was late hits on 2 occasions, personal fouls. That isn't, we haven't majored in that. So we found a different way to kind of undo our game. And there's a lot of guys that will have an important work week because we're not. I mean, if you are negatively affecting the football team routinely, I don't have a choice but to assess a different player, and I have to coach a lot better as well. So we're going to find out who and what we're made of.
What were your conversations you with Tua after this game?
It'll be tape driven. So I'll take a look at the tape. But the before watching the tape, I don't want to over conclude anything. I think, but like you turn the ball over. It's the number one indicator of wins and losses, and it negatively affects the team. I think there's multiple factors in those turnovers, but I know at least 1 to 2 of them were extremely preventable from Tua, and he knows that he was it just wasn't good enough. So we'll watch the tape and change our style of play if we have to. We'll do everything's on the table. When you go to a game, you fully know that you have the capability to win and get handed a very, very humbling loss. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Guys need to be professionals. Guys need to step up to the plate. And every person, on our team, if you're saying it's not me, it's you. That's what I told the team. That's what I have to subscribe to, and we will be diligent in our both our cleanup of this game and the opponent for next week, because you're just not going to win games, and our team, we say we want to win games, so we have to do the things necessary to win games. Until that happens, we will lose games.
Such a lack of discipline shown between the penalties and turnovers. Do you still find players to be receptive to your coaching and messaging?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a lot of the frustration got in the way of our execution, and that's never going to be acceptable. I did think that specifically in the second half that the defense did not quit in a situation that was pretty difficult, considering receiving the ball after halftime, and then they're on the negative side of the field, and then all of a sudden have give up 7 more points that they didn't give up. I think there's the effort was there, the execution and the discipline really to play sound football and not take an extra step and still try to hit somebody or be out of position with your feet and hold. That all of these things amount to losing football games, and that lesson is a tough one, but it will forever stand in the National Football League. That doing things like that is not good enough and will not be good enough.
Coach, with this length, do you feel renewed concern over your job security?
So the way I look at this job is I find it very offensive to all parties involved. If I'm thinking about having the job, I need to be doing my job. So for as long as I coach for the Miami Dolphins in this organization, they'll get everything from me, and I refuse to spend my time thinking about something that you have a job, you do your job, and you do it to the best of your ability, and that's where my concern lies. I think it's offensive to all coaches, players, and the organization if I'm spending that precious time thinking about myself.
Mike, when players are frustrated to the point where it's impacting execution, what can you say to them on the sideline in the locker room to get that turned around?
Well, I got to do a better job of saying that clearly, because in game we have to find our composure, but realistically, you do hard truths in this league. You are always held accountable for your ultimate performance, and you coach through tape. So I have had nor will have no problem, telling the truth of the of the tape, and you have to either you accept it and rise to the challenge and correct those things, or you're subject to the same exact types of failures that I know that the guys are tired of. They wanted to win. Okay, they did, and they didn't do it. And it's all of us. So I don't think anybody's spared from accountability. I think we all need to look at the mirror, or in the mirror, and the main thing is teams that go through hardships. You double down on those hardships if you don't stick together. So we have to do better collectively, and I'm looking for guys to lean into the team and not try to displace, not try to feel like, okay, I did all right, it wasn't my fault. No, that's not how it works. We all have to stay together, and we all have to be focused if we wanted to improve.
Final two questions.
Coach, you mentioned about the Browns. Your defense not giving up, but this Browns offense was beat by a lot. That's the worst in the NFL, and they go out there and do what they did. Is this offense better than what maybe we think they are, or?
Well, I think the National Football League's an ever-evolving process. Each team is going through all sorts of lessons, good or bad. I think they have talented players, and I wish I could offer up a better view on exactly who they are. I don't really have that view because it's kind of tarnished with all of our. I don't even know how we match up because we're penalizing ourselves through the process, and in the second half, there's with a 3-score lead, everything's kind of adjusted anyway. So, good team that did what they had to do to beat us today, which was not turn the ball over and execute on the line of scrimmage, and they did a great job. So my hat's off to them, but I'm more focused on all the things that we need to clean up.
Mike,
Final question.
the decision to elevate Quinn Ewers to backup quarterback today, what went into that, and then what went into the decision to put him in the game?
So during the work week, you're offsetting some of the plays that he's making. It was much more about him and what he was doing on the football field. And then realistically, it was an assessment for this game. I thought if a quarterback went in this particular defense, in all the variables compiled, I thought he gave us the best chance to win. So did what people are counting on me to do. And what does that mean moving forward? I didn't make the move with that in mind. I talked to Zach and Quinn that I thought it was this game specifically that based on his practice week and really the opponent, and we'll hit that hard in terms of the evaluation of his plays momentarily after I get out of this after I get on the plane. All right, appreciate it.